Entry Services is a not-for-profit Wyoming organization established almost 40 years ago with the sole purpose of providing supports to help people with disabilities become independent or as independent as possible out in the communities in which they choose to live. We support primarily two disabilities, developmental disabilities, or people who in essence were born with the disability. The second disability group that we provide services to are those who have sustained an acquired brain injury at some point in their life. Motor vehicle accidents, people who have been involved in horse accidents, snowmobile accidents. Services provided at Community Entry Services vary and are based upon the individual's needs. Specific services that we offer include case management, where they advocate for the person but are also responsible for coordinating, kind of centralizing the services that are delivered and ensuring that the individual's needs are met through a variety of resources that are located out in the community. Another service provided by Community Entry Services is residential supports. Residential supports vary based upon the individual's needs. We have people that receive services in congregate living where they are provided with 24-hour support. These services are provided by well-trained staff, and again, we focus upon the individual needs of that person, with the primary emphasis being upon safety. Next would be to help that person gain skills that would help them become a little more independent in their lives. All the way up to people who either rent or own their own homes out in the community. We have trained staff that will help that individual access the community supports that they need, help them with their budgeting, making sure the bills are paid, taking people shopping. It's all based individually, ranging from people with severe needs and having very structured and individualized supports to people who live more almost independently with just kind of transparent supports behind the scenes by providing services at a community-based level where people are living in regular neighborhoods, in regular houses, and not large congregate living. Not only have they become more accepted as part of that community, but they've benefited from being what we would consider just a normal neighbor. Another service that we offer is vocational. It includes a variety of services ranging from vocational training to people who are learning the skills to help them become more independent, all the way up to community employment services where people choose the work that they would like to do, and then we work with local employers to assist that person in becoming independent and being a productive member of that workforce in that local business.
Well, Charlie's kind of, I'm calling my big brother because he's a little older than I am. He's been washing cars here for 22 years or a little bit longer than that, and we call him our champion car washer. He's trained I don't know how many. He's just one of those guys that's consistent in life, and nothing bothers him, nothing worries him. Sometimes I wish I was more like him. He's kind of a gift to us too, because he adds a lot of enlightenment to us here. Sometimes we get too serious, and Charlie will walk in and lighten it clear up, and it makes us look at life a little differently.
I've got me a job in the community down there at Kmart. I go to Kmart in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I go out there, empty garbage for them, water the plants. I've been doing that job in April for 3 years. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. Since the accident, that's the longest I ever had a held a job.
Community Entry Services also provides rehabilitation supports and services to people. Our sole purpose in the rehabilitation program is to help people access community resources, but at the same time be prepared academically and socially to become more integrated into the communities and eventually receive less supports. Rehabilitation services could include individualized therapies. We work with speech, physical, and occupational therapists, as well as a variety of exercise classes, art classes, social skills training.
We have a group that we take to the gym every morning and work out, and they're a lot of fun to work with. They learn a new skill that they have never learned before, and just see the excitement in their face and them smile, and everybody around them being very proud of them for what they're doing. A
very important service that we support is recreational access. Access to not only the community activities, but also individualized recreation to include anything from fishing to rafting to being involved at a level that they can participate in and feel comfortable and secure, but at the same time really benefit from the fun of being involved in activities that are recreationally based.
My son Zach is such a rodeo fanatic, and you know, not everybody's into rodeo, but they certainly work really hard at trying to provide him the opportunity to go every week to the rodeos. I feel like they have gone above and beyond what might be needed just to make sure that they're comfortable and they get the opportunity to do some things that they really want to.
We went on a camping trip in July. Well, we danced and everything, you know. I like to dance.
In order to provide quality services, we obviously have to have quality staff. CES invests a lot of time and effort into training our staff, who in turn offer the services to the individuals that we support. We have many talented and very well trained employees that are not only have the skills to do the job, but they have the compassion to carry forth.
We have a great team here, and a lot of it is family oriented and driven, and we feel like one big family here. I have watched individuals grow from young adults into adulthood. My reward is seeing someone grow to gain that confidence, that independence, to become a better person, and just to watch them smile, to live a life that they wouldn't normally have.
There's a variety of reasons people come to our program, are injured in many different ways, from tumors in the brain to motor vehicle accidents, through snow machine accidents, ATV accidents. In Wyoming, there's a prevalence of that. So the person that was before the injury is gone, and the person after the injury is new. And it's a huge, huge adjustment for families, for spouses, for anybody. And we always start out with an orientation to what we're going to do for the day. Some of our folks have trouble with memory, so we'll work on some things that are very functional and very practical to get the day started in a good way. We like to keep things in a steady routine. When I'm not around and someone can say one of my guys' names and say hi to them, and I don't know who the heck they are, that means I've done my job. That means that they've integrated well enough to know that they've been accepted. And that's the biggest benchmark or thrill.
A very important role of community entry services is to work with families to make sure they're comfortable in the services that their family member is receiving. And in order to do that, we need to stay in touch with them. We need to stay in tune with them. We care about all those that we serve, and we want to ensure the families that that's happening. And that's why we welcome so much input and involvement from people who have trusted their loved ones into our care.
We try and be involved with CES on a daily basis. We're in touch with Sean, we're in touch with the staff.
Brittany needed more structure, more activities, more community outings. And when we approached them to do that, they were more than willing to say, what do you want? What do you want us to do? Where do you want her to go, and who do you want her to be with? And we laid it all out, and they were very good about listening to us. Well, Brittany's been going to CES about a year and a half now. And when she started to go, we wanted her day to be full, busy, and meaningful. And with the help of Sean and his staff, she definitely has a full and busy day.
Helping somebody learn to walk again when they weren't able to walk before. Helping somebody learn to communicate when they weren't able to before. And just how much that changes their lives. You know, just to be able to participate on things that you or I may take for granted. There's nothing more important than that. And I think that our organization really supports those endeavors. The whole purpose of our organization is to support people in the communities that we serve. And we want to be able to do that regardless of whether they have funding or not. People still need access to these services. That's our goal. That's our purpose.